Hey, you're looking good today. This is Frank Phillips in the Brazil Times newsroom, and this is what's new in Clay County. Last night, the steering committee for the Brazil Comprehensive Plan met at City Hall and reviewed the final draft for the plan for the city of Brazil going forward, and they are going to pass this on now to the state for review, and then it will come back to Brazil for final revision and possible adoption. So that's pretty exciting. There are 4 phases to this planning process. One, looking at our existing conditions. Hey, Lori Brown's here. Good to see you again, Lori. Saw you at the chamber luncheon the other day. Phase 2, plan development. Phase 3, strategies. And Phase 4, the adoption process. And that's what we're involved in now, is the adoption process. So it's exciting. This is not a binding plan, but it is a plan that the city can build on going forward to the next several years. Also new today, this year's Building Trades House is being constructed by 3 students from Clay City and 13 students from Northview High School. The home is the 19th being built in Clayview Estates. It's located on the cul-de-sac of Don Miller Court in Brazil at 1776 East Don Miller Court. It too is a brick home with a maintenance-free exterior, including matching gutter, exterior insulation finish system, porch ceilings, and concrete drive and walks. The interior has a large great room and dining breakfast nook with 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths, all finished in veneer plaster. The house has a built-in pantry and linen closet and features the first ever cultured marble custom-built shower in the master bath. The house will be completed by the end of this school year and will be presented to the public at an open house. And you can see more about that in the Brazil Times and the Brazil Times online. Steve Bell's here. He was at that meeting. Steve, we were just telling everybody about the planning meeting we were at last night. And let's see here. Well, good morning to you too, he says. So good morning to Steve. So that's a couple things that are brand new this morning. Now looking at our website from yesterday, was it the Washington Monument or the White House in Washington, D.C. that was burned by the British in 1814? What about the term for an underground layer of rock that holds groundwater? Is that an arroyo or an aquifer? If you answered White House and aquifer, respectively, you might have what it takes to compete with students like local 8th grader Hunter Strain, who earned a return trip to the Indiana National Geographic State B by winning his local B against North Clay Middle School students in grades 4 through 8 this year. So congratulations to Hunter and best wishes as he makes a return visit to the State Geography B. The Indiana State Police announced this week they will join efforts with over 250 Indiana state and local law enforcement agencies to increase education and enforcement around dangerous and impaired driving. From Friday through March 26, officers will conduct high-visibility patrols specifically designated to identify and intercept those driving aggressively and under the influence. And I'm going to add my own simple opinion here, one that I've heard police officers say: if you're going to turn, use a turn signal, please. That also the state law, by the way. But I think people have the attitude, well, you know, I'm afraid, I want to keep it a secret. I don't want anybody to follow me, so I'm not going to tell them I'm turning here. But and that's probably just joking, but nevertheless, use your turn signals, please. And another thing is, when you got a string of cars behind you, don't stop to let somebody come out of a driveway. I think that's one of my big aggravations, is they think they're doing such a wonderful thing by letting somebody into traffic. Well, in the meantime, you're holding up 20 cars behind you, and I've seen that happen repeatedly. So please, please, please don't do that. And if you call, I'll tell you what kind of car I drive so you'll know if I'm the one behind you, all right? Okay. Let's see. We also have this going on. The Win Energy REMC Community Trust's Operation Roundup program has awarded the Hoosiers Feeding the Hungry's Meet the Need program through a grant award of $2,500. These funds will be used to assist Hoosiers Feeding the Hungry in paying processing fees for about 2,000 pounds of donated large game and livestock within the Wynn Energy REMC service area, which includes Gibson, Clay, Knox, Pike, Posey, Sullivan, and Vigo counties. And then that meat will be distributed to area hunger relief agencies. So that's the way things are looking around Clay County today. Glad to have you with us whenever you happen to be watching this. If you could be with us live, that's great. We try to do that about 8:30 in the morning. I was out at Northview High School with Dan Dragon and his students, and so we got a little bit late start today, but this is available whenever you want to see it on Facebook, and we also publish it to Twitter. We're now publishing to the Brazil Times Twitter account as well, if you're a member of that, and also to some other places. LinkedIn is another one. So we're looking forward to seeing you next time we get together. This is Frank Phillips in the Brazil Times newsroom, and I just hope you have an outstanding day. Make it a good one, will you?